Looking for a little respect. Welcome back, everyone. Cibola girls basketball was ranked just outside the top 32 in the latest AIA Open Division rankings. The Lady Raiders were the first team out at number 33. Tonight, though, perhaps a chance to crack the top 32 as they took on number 18 Westwood tonight at home. Over to Raider Gym we go. Anthony Gerg's squad fired up for this one, as a win over the Warriors might earn them a bit more clout in next week's rankings. Picking up action in the first quarter, loose ball gets to Mariana Vega, who dishes to Isabella Molina, who sinks the floater. Cibola's first bucket of the game makes it 2-0. Lady Raiders up 4-0 here. Back with it is Molina, who shakes off her defender, creates some space, pulls up and hits. Molina with 4 of the first 6 points so far. Nice play there, makes it 6-0 Cibola. 8-0 lead here after a Warrior timeout. Sierra Baumhauer finds Mia Soria behind the arc. Splash. Soria with the 3 to make it a double-digit lead now at 11-0. 14-0 here. Westwood going full court press, but Molina finds Taylor Stebbs, who then finds Baumhauer in three-point land. Good. Baumhauer hits the triple. Warriors call timeout. The first quarter would end 19-0. That's right, Lady Raiders don't even give up a single point to the team 15 spots ahead of them in the rankings. If they were looking to make a statement, they did just that. Cibola wins this one big, 61-34 the final. Lady Raiders likely going to jump a few spots in next week's rankings. Staying at Cibola, girls soccer taking on the 7-3 Cesar Chavez champions. Lady Raiders looking for win number 5 on the season. Starting late in the first half, game still 0-0. The champions creating an opportunity. Natasha Bustamante, she's going to try and go back heel for a goal, but this one picked up by Cibola. We still got a scoreless game. Close to the end of the first half here, Lady Raiders Itzel Mesa with it. Check out the job by Mesa, rolling around her defender, creating some space just outside the box. She fires it, and it goes off of the champions keeper's leg into the back of the net. An absolute screamer from Mesa. That goal enough for Cibola to hold on for the win. They take this game 1-0.
Tonight is something that Skylar requested. It wasn't for him to sign because he already signed. He wanted to say thank you.
An emotional night over in El Centro. Some of you may know Skylar Cook as a star athlete for the Central Spartans, but what makes him special is his character and what he's done to become a leader. All of it leading to taking the next step over to the college level. In front of a big crowd of family, friends, coaches, and teammates, Skylar signed his letter of intent, committing to the University of New Mexico to play football for the Lobos. Although he already officially signed on the opening day of the early signing period, tonight was more of a thank you for everyone who's impacted his life so far. Cook entered the spotlight on the football field in his sophomore year, but excelled into a team leader and a force on defense as well for his last 2 seasons. Cook tallied 120 total tackles and 9 interceptions over his 3-year career as the top dog in the secondary. But while his football talent has caught people's attention, he wants to be remembered for being impactful on other people, and he explains how that led to his journey over to New Mexico.
Having good people and family around me just really helped me make sure that I was choosing the best possible decision, choice. And I think New Mexico from the beginning, their coaching staff just really ensured that they're a really family-oriented school and program, and that I would be well taken care of there.
It was a great night with many people speaking on Skylar's impact in the community, from his mother to Coach David Pena and his brother. Other than stepping on the field, he wishes to pursue a business degree to become a sports agent one day. We, of course, wish Skylar nothing but the best in his future endeavors. That's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back.